Right, next day again, I decided I'm not giving up. The search for a new board for the Hunter alignment machine, not going well, let's put it that way. It is an extremely old machine, so yeah, I'm not sure that's going to happen. But rather than leave this abandoned here unaligned, I decided I was going to borrow Craig from Dynotorques next door's more traditional alignment setup. He just uses a super tracker, but he normally uses these, I don't even see it, they're kind of clamp on the top side of the tyre, which obviously on a super low car like mine, they just don't work. So I've had to do some adapting using my corner scales as a platform to put them on, cable tying to the spokes there, and again, just for reference on the front there, just weighted those down with some spacers. So yeah, should be able to at least get this somewhere round about where I need it now. And not forgetting my trusty camber gauge, obviously. I need to set the camber as well. The front doesn't need touching at all, because I know that was perfect, because I aligned it before and double checked it before I started messing around with anything on this ramp. So yeah, front's good. I can leave that locked off, the steering's locked off, that's perfect. I can just set the back up properly now, hopefully. So I'm just happily, you know, cracking on with my alignment and making adjustments to this side in particular. And yeah, this is the car with its feet on the ground, static ride height. Look at this. Not so much clearance.
I'll tell you how to fix it.
What?
Raise it up a bit.
Shut your face. Oh God, so, yeah, I mean, I'm glad I noticed that, because that's really, really bad. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to take these off and clearance that a little bit, make it more the size of the standard one. Very annoying. So that was just a bit of weld through zinc primer, closest thing I got in the colour, and just going to put a bit of matte lacquer over the top of it now. Hopefully seal it in. So I'm told by Jay.
It'll work.
Excellent. Right, happy with that, but I am going to do the right thing and leave it to dry overnight. Right, back in the game, that's dried nicely, seems sealed, ready to go back on the car now. So it's a bit hard to tell on camera, but this is actually looking really good. There's yeah, there's much more clearance here, and obviously with this being the inboard mount, at the at the wheel, obviously there's centimetres of movement up and down. Here, close to the mount, there's millimetres. I will be keeping a very close eye on it, but yeah, there's a pretty decent gap there. I am confident-ish that that's going to be enough. Not forgetting the all-important obsessive, making sure that the ramp is level at all times as well. Yeah, I'm just locking all of this off now and keeping an eye on the toe as I lock stuff off as well, just to make sure that nothing moves. Right, so you can get the torque wrench on that. You don't want these moving. One side. 147 foot-pounds. It's quite a lot. But yeah, these are pretty meaty. Okay. We'll sort that out with a temporary fix. Okay, so camber, I was maxed out on camber adjustment before. I think I was like 2 degrees and 50 minutes. It's a bit hard to see on camera here, but this is somewhere between 1.75 and 2 degrees, more like 1.75 degrees of camber there. I'm hoping that I've got the arch clearance for that to work. Toe, which will probably freak you out to start off with, because it looks like that says toe out. Let me get it. But because I'm using this kit backwards, this would normally be on the front of the car. Toe out becomes toe in, so that is 2 mil toe in either side. I'm not very good with using millimeters for alignment. I'm normally used to using minutes, but you know, rough guess, 2 mil either side sounds like quite a lot, but not quite a degree. So hopefully it's good for 964. Also, importantly, we're looking at it being 12.5 on that side and 12.5 on this side. So yeah, hopefully, because the front was already perfect, this will track straight. As I say, hopefully it won't hit the tyres on the arches. But yeah, bit of a faff. Didn't exactly go to plan with my Hunter alignment machine braking, and me having to basically modify Craig's Super Tracker equipment to make it work on my car. But I'm happy that that's the alignment that I want for now, just to see whether these spring plates make a difference, or you know, whether the me being able to knock the camber off by using them makes enough of a difference. Only one thing left to do, get it off the ramp and give it a go. So I'm back at Driftworks. Did a couple of days driving in the car, and I didn't need to do a couple of days driving because pretty much as soon as I drove it out of the estate here, I could tell that the primary issue with the car wasn't fixed. There has been some improvement at the rear, but I believe that that's just entirely down to standing the wheels up a little bit more, reducing the camber a little bit, down to 1.75 degrees from roughly 3. It was 3-ish degrees negative camber before. So sort of a little bit of traction improvement, a little bit of stability. But yeah, the actual problem, the reason why I started this whole debacle 1 week ago, is not fixed. So the next thing that I was thinking could be a possible problem was the front wheels. They are massive. They're 11-inch wide ET18 with a 275/30/18 tyre on them. It's just too big, I think, for the front. So I'm going to look at replacing the rear barrels. The rear barrels as in the front wheels, the rear part, to reduce the width of the wheel, keep this exactly as it is, but use a 235/40/18 tyre. Hopefully that might just remove some of the tram lining that it's really sensitive to. You can see here I have my really crude but really useful measuring device here. This is just for measuring toe. It's basically 2 pieces of thick angle iron with slots cut in them where you can post tapes through. So I'll show you the other side. So basically slots go like that. You've got to make sure that you have 2 tape measures that are exactly the same. and they stop in exactly the same position in these slots. You've got to make sure things like the angle of the plate is correct, is level, exactly level, and you've also got to make sure that obviously it's touching the two parts of the wheel in exactly the same place. So you've got to have some pressure on that to start off with. Oh, and of course, like obviously it's in the same position, so it's exactly central. And then basically you have the tapes that go underneath the car, and they've got some droop in them at the moment. You basically go to this side, and you need two hands to do it. You put the same amount of pressure on the left and the right ones. You can feel whether that's central as well, and then you can literally measure the difference here. So as you can see here, this is without the tape taut, so it's not a correct measurement. You can see there and there. So yeah, I just wanted to double check the front toe on this, because using degrees and the Porsche, previously Porsche laser alignment, Hunter laser alignment rig before it broke, it's, you know, it's great, but I do usually, whatever I do, I usually stick the toe plates on afterwards just to double check, because I know 100% that this is as accurate as it gets for me. So the toe was a little bit much. It was, I think it was 3.5 mil toe in, which is more than I thought it'd be, so I'm not sure whether something's moved. It just could be a difference, as I say, in the precision of that alignment versus the tape method here. But I've reduced that down to just 1 mil toe in, which is kind of what BBI suggested these Porsche CNC knuckles should run at. I'll give it another go. I'm not holding out too much hope there, I've got to be honest. And also, I've got a little bit of an issue at the back to deal with the reduced camber. You can see that it's actually hitting the arch. I've already done loads of work clearancing here, so there's not really much more to take away. So I might have to just put another 0.25 of a degree, quarter of a degree negative camber on this for that to clear properly. But yeah, I think I'm going to call that an episode for now. In one way, I'm none the wiser. In another, I've eliminated a possible cause. So I feel like I'm kind of one step closer to getting where I need to be with this car. Wish me luck, and yeah, you're welcome to suggest anything you like in the comments. As I said, I'm not really that familiar with Porsches, especially the old ones. I've had 2 GT3s and done lots of alignment stuff and suspension work on those, but the older trailing arm stuff I'm really not that familiar with. So yeah, any advice welcome, and yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please do give us a like, it really helps, and make sure you're subscribed, because yeah, this is probably going to go on for a while, like the rest of my projects. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, I'll see you next time.
At Driftworks, we've helped over 50,000 happy customers since 2004. Our huge online parts store is simple to use, with superb shipping rates to anywhere in the world, and finance options available for UK customers. We live and breathe wheel fitment, so if you have any questions about your own car or any of our products before placing an order, please drop us an email at shop@driftworks.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching.